Hey, what's happening? It's K. We back in this thing. K. So got these sleep to cut it up and turn on the sun, and we here to talk about some shit real quick. Now, who wants to do a little party? 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 We here to talk about the Joe Budden podcast, or what was formerly known as the Joe Budden podcast, featuring Rory Mal, which looks like that is not coming back again. We're here to talk about it. Rory has released some statements. Mal has released some statements. And we're here to talk about it and theorize a little bit. Now, before I get into that real quick, you know what the deal is. You know, every YouTuber asks for this ish. You know, but I like to do it as well because, you know, algorithm ain't helping and I'm a small ass channel, so I might as well ask. You know what I'm saying? Send out positive affirmations and maybe, you know, they'll come back to me. But anyways, we're here to talk about it. But anyways, like, subscribe, share, help your boy out, help your boy grow, share with everybody. Like you giving out the birthday gifts or whatever. Like you them rich motherfuckers, you be giving out the goodie bag and shit. Like you them motherfuckers. Don't drop my little channel in there one time, just like beep, beep. Boop, drop that shit in there one time, you know what I'm saying? Help your boy out, you know, subscribe to a real one, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no ties to no niggas, so I'm gonna talk my shit real quick. But anyways, let's get into this. Now, if you don't know his video, you could go what? Well, basically, summarize it. I'll put the newer one at the end screen, because I'm tired of this fucking eye bullshit. Let me summarize. So basically, what had happened is, you know, Joe, Rory, and Ma have been part of the podcast for so long, and they've been doing their thing. As recently, there has been some tension. If you watch some of the older videos, you can see it. And then they went on strike. Well, I call it strike. They disappeared for like 6 weeks, and then they came back one episode. They aired all their grievances. We seen what happened. We got their side of the story because we were confused. Joe tried to tell us what was going on. We were confused. They got their shit off. Okay, so we thought everything, as the Joe Budden podcast fans, we thought everything cool. They gonna work it out, you know, and get back 100%, and we gonna get it back to what it was. So then they did one episode. After that episode, they came back. It was what it was. It finished early. There was still a little like awkwardness, maybe some anger, hostility there. It was like whatever. It's gonna take some time to get back 100%. Cool. Then they took like another week off. It was like, alright, vacation. And they said it was scheduled in at that time. These niggas was just gone for 6 weeks. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Fine, fuck it. Then they come back, and the latest episode, well, now is fucking Patreon exclusive, but like on, if you caught it beforehand, you caught it because it was on SoundCloud and other places, but he made it Patreon exclusive. You know, he's trying to get the people over there. I respect that joke, you know what I'm saying? But also, you can find some links. You can find some people that have it. Let's keep the book, you know. Just do your Googles, do your searches, you can find it. But anyways, he went on like 2 hours, like talking about the whole situation, talking what's going on with Rory and Ma. Again, I break it fully down in the video that came out before this, like a couple of days ago. I'm gonna put that at the end screen, so y'all go check that out. Sorry for the sunlight. Now I look like I'm bleaching myself. Bro, why am I so stupid? But anyways, and now we get to this point. So basically, Joe talked his piece saying, oh, Rory disloyal. I fired that motherfucker. He trying to sabotage me from the thing, so I fired that motherfucker. Ma used my mans. I don't know why you rolling with Rory. I don't know why you doing this shit. This is just some business and accounting bullshit that's fucking this shit up. I never broke bread with you. This is business. I am a businessman. Y'all never brought no deals to the table. So why do you have to see the deals I'm bringing? Of course, if I bring the deal, I'm going to get the majority cut because I got the deal for us. If y'all go get some deals, then y'all going to get the majority cut because y'all got it for the podcast. But anyways, to sum that all up, there's more stuff, more I have not said. You could go check out the other video. And I still left some things out because Joe talked like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, also like his friendship with academics also played a role with Rory and his nonsense. So now we know 100% fact that Rory cheating on his fiance is factual, because there's no nigga that would get really that mad. Like, nah, if a nigga lied to you, but if it's not true, it's like, yeah, fuck you, you spinning a narrative. But it's like, you really mad at this nigga because he's cool with him? If it wasn't true, like, nigga, it wasn't true. He talking about shit was not true. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, anyways, let's get into it. So we gonna do, should we do Rory? We'll do Rory first. So it says right here, Rory Farrell. I called him Irish McNasty for a long time. But anyway, Rory Farrell has a statement about the Joe Budden podcast firing. So it is what it is. Yeah, Joe's like, you're at the breach of your contract. You were fired and you are not welcome back. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was. So we got Rory. Quote from Rory. He's like, man, what an era. Thank you to everyone that listened, supported, told their friends about us, bought a subscription ticket or merch. Any value starts and ends with y'all. I'll get to that messy shit soon, but in the meantime, I'm here to celebrate an amazing run. Love. Then he joked. I just read that back and it sounded like some Bow Wow. Some Bow Wow thank you. Record. Oh, a record is shaking my effing head. You know, pouring tears, crying emoji after the news circulated. Yeah, and then, yeah, it's just saying, yeah, whatever, the Budden stuff that's happening. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Niggas clowning them. Academics clowning these motherfuckers like no tomorrow. And we're going to get to more side. More side, more better. And there's more there to say. Rory keeping it PC. He's going to get to the messy shit soon. Now, if you heard what on the podcast that Joe was talking his shit, he's like, you are in breach of your contract if you try to go do another podcast somewhere else. Like, I guess they have like a year on their contract or whatever. He could sue you or whatever the fuck. So we'll see what the fuck happens. I don't know if they're not allowed to do interviews and not talk about what goes on the podcast. I don't know what's on that contract. I don't know if they signed an NDA. Who knows? But anyways, let's get to more shit. Okay, so blah blah blah. Yeah, Rory, thanks supporters. You know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like Ma is jumping into speaker speech. So I guess this is Ma right here. The lies are always loud. The truth is always quiet. I promise you, tweeted Ma. The supporters deserve the truth. So he's also on the wave of he wants all of us as fans and supporters to know what it is. So another quote from Ma. Black people love to discredit one another. It's a disease that kills our community. He added elsewhere, I've been cool and quiet for too long. I'm allowed to get out of character for at least an hour, maybe 40 minutes. The truth is always short and simple. Someone encouraged him to speak his truth, but Ma was quick to correct him and say it's the truth and not the truth. It's the truth, not just one person's perspective. Ma added that people who have supported them for so long deserve to know the truth and stated that the situation between himself, Joe, and Rory has already been resolved. I'm not with the corny shit, he tweeted. I'm only willing to sit down and address everything because people supported something for years. They deserve that. I'm saying, hey, a Red Table Talk may be coming soon. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Imagine this nigga went on Red Table Talk. That would be fucking hilarious. But yeah, that's honestly most perspective, and it is what it is. Now, again, see, this is my thing with it. They were friends before this shit. A lot of people say it's hard to do business with friends. But, like, it is at the same time. Now, like, if you listen to the podcast, he even says, like, he couldn't believe, like, that Rory would fuck with Ma in the situation of the strike off of them knowing, Joe and Ma knowing each other for that long. And it's like, yeah, but if you're the boss and you're coming at business-wise, then if it's business and he agrees with Rory's side on a business level, why are you bringing the friendship aspect to it? I feel like, yeah, just the friendship and the business connected too much. And it might be hard to turn off because you care about the motherfucker. You care about everybody. That's all your friends and that's all your peoples. But still, there should have been an equal balance probably. It's like, this is work time, this is that time. But honestly, Joe did have some points. Is Joe still narcissistic or he has an ego? Yes. Joe is not a perfect human being. No nigga is perfect in life. But like, yes, does that nigga just randomly do some shit and you just look at him like, what the fuck is he doing? Yes, that's 100% factual. But besides that, I feel like everybody on both sides. Now, the shit I heard about Rory, like, if that is 100% factual, Rory, nah. Especially if, again, this is some other stuff. I think I left this out of my original video. Like, if it is true that you wanted a cut of the YouTube, like, revenue, and he said, yo, I'm not going to do that, but you know what? The clips I put out, I'll give that to you and build your own YouTube channel. I don't see the problem with that. If he actually did tell you that shit, nigga, that's goated. You say, yeah, here's the podcast, you could clip it, you could do whatever. Here's the video. Go make your own YouTube channel and make some bread off that. I'm not giving you the bread off my YouTube channel. It is what it is. At some point, it really goes back to the Charlamagne conversation is, I don't know why y'all let him change the podcast to the Joe Budden podcast. At some point, you really got to go back to that Charlamagne conversation. It is what it is. Because Rory, you could have did your thing. Rory, or Mal could have did his thing. But, like, again, it is what it is. Do I feel like Joe is 100% right and we should believe 100% of Joe's perspective? No, these two other niggas have a perspective. I will wait to and hear their perspective. But if it is true, Joe did say that about the YouTube stuff to Rory. Oh, nah, nigga, you was reaching too much. And Joe, honestly, I'm not mad of the if I get the deal for the podcast, I get a bigger cut of that deal. That is kind of fair. I get it. You know, it would be great in life if everything was 50-50, everything was equal. It would be, but that's honestly not how life works, sad to say. It is what it is, sadly. But yeah, it honestly is not. Hey, it is what it is. Now again, I want to hear both of their sides, and it is what it is. Now the Mal situation, see, because they've been friends for so long, they live together. I feel like that's more. There's more shit there. I don't feel like it's that easy. Because he even said I thought Mal would be here. I called his phone so many times. He's not here. He even said I love Mal. Now Rory was just like F him, but he even said I love Mal. So it's like I don't know. I feel like the friendship can be repaired, but maybe they can't work together. That's it. And honestly, maybe they just wanted to know what was going on more with the podcast and stuff. But I also get Joe's perspective. I am the boss, you know what I'm saying? I get the perspective of, oh, I am the boss and I'm doing all this extra shit. And then y'all just come record and y'all leave. Rather, I'm focusing on this stuff. I care about the lighting, the mixing, how this shit looks. I'm paying all these other niggas. Like, you know, I get it. But also, if this is your employee, and at this point, if he depending on what questions he has, there should be an answer. The only thing that was fucked up is when you told that nigga to fire it, when you told him to stay home, and you told Rory to stay home, and you just send the nigga an emoji and a question mark. It's like, nigga, communicate with the nigga. With it. I don't give a fuck. That's your friend, nigga. If you the boss, like that's a whole nigga move to do that over text. I'm sorry, I can't agree with that. But besides that. Or at least call the nigga. Like, do it over text. Come on, folks. But anyways, like, there's various sides. And there's just friendship mixed into business too much. That's all you can say. Friendship really mixed into business too much. And I feel like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You could, like, look how Joe and these niggas were compared to Joe and Ak on Everyday Struggle. I'm not saying Joe was, like, disrespectful to Ak or he hated Ak. I don't know if he hated academics in the beginning. Who fucking knows? But anyways. But it was what it was. He was a little bit harder on academics compared to Rory and Mal. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But look at the respect they have for each other. Because Joe did teach academics some shit. And make him handle his business better, to be honest. He did. And you could, honestly, if you look at both of them, like, I'm not saying Joe Budden today and academics today, but if you look at the evolution of Joe Budden, you could see some Ak in him. Like, how academics moved or how is that F the industry or whatever the fuck. You can kind of see that energy in him, and yeah, maybe that's why they like each other. I'm not saying they're 100% similar, and I'm not saying everything or every move Joe does, I'm just like, yes, champion him. No. But I appreciate a nigga that knows his worth, and he gonna come and do it and get it out the mud, and he gonna show y'all niggas, yeah, I did this shit. I appreciate that. Bet on yourself, nigga. I ain't mad at this shit. But yeah, I think I talked too long. This shit went for like, what, 13 minutes? But yeah, I said my piece, man. Anyway, shout out Rory and Mal. Hopefully they're good. You know, I wish nothing but blessings to them. Joe Budden is Joe Budden. I fought with you, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going to happen with the podcast. Because you got the Ice and Ish shit on Patreon. I don't know if we're going to get some next. She going to bring some new niggas in. I don't know if you're going to pick up Pookie and Peanut from the bus station and put them in Rory and Mal seats. I don't know what the fuck going to happen with that. But hey, we gonna sit here and listen and watch and see what the fuck going on. Shout out Parks, because he doesn't get enough shout outs. My mans, you know what I'm saying, Parks Hive in this bitch. But yeah, I'm out for this shit real quick. You hear me? Like, subscribe, help your boy out, help your boy girl. You know what it is. You know I'm that kid K with this shit. Anyways, Shalom, Zoom, peace, y'all, Elsh Aye.